Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. All games might count the same, but some carry a little more juice. And when you get to this point in the season, a couple of teams in the top 10 fighting for their playoff lives and positioning, this one feels a little special. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Give to the running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because this late in the season, really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoffs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But They got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Quarterback keeps it. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They are trying to set the tone on the opening drive of the game. They could punt, pin them back deep. Instead, they'll go for it on fourth down. The sure hands, it's White. And the Bulldogs get enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Dogs are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. At the 35, he's open. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. And you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
And I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
He's going to run it. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Snap it to the back. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
On the move. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The offense lining up for a first down play. Leaves it with the running back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Now that's what you're trying to do. Is limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. The back goes in motion. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. Going over the top. And that pass picked off. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Final play of the quarter coming. The give from the gun. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Direct snap. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that 4th down, guys. That was a designed quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that 4th down.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. It's complete to the right.
That's a great play call there, guys. I love it. Listen, they didn't get the 1st down, but this QB sneak on the very next play is going to get it, and this drive's going to keep going.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And it'll be down right there. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because, you know, your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for them.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. On the move. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. He wants to throw. Going for the big play, and he reels it in inside the 30. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. He makes the connection. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
To the air on 1st down. Hit as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Now on the option. Now the pitch. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Running for it on 4th down. At the 40, there he goes. All kinds of running room. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bama!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Oregon is ahead early right now, but years past they've had Michael James or Joey Harrington. They don't have that guy this year, and that's why this is tight. They're up by 7 over Oklahoma. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots, you soften up the coverage, you get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. He'll take another shot here. Oh, look out! And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. He's looking for a man on second down. Trying to get rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. And you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit. And it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Pressure coming. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
They'll run the screen. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Quarterback will audible. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The offense set for a first down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Oh, my. Circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Wide out in motion. Comes out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wide out. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the ground with the back. Makes a man miss. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Going up top on first down. And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Able to run it out to the 28 on first down. Now it's 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air, it's Hawkins. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
They'll go with a direct snap. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's up to 107 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
Fast motion from the offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. The short hands, it's Robbins. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. They'll run it from the gun. Across the 25, he's got room. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. 42.
Pushes ahead. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. Pushes for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown time. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's White. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. The give to the tailback. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Georgia going up tempo. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll take it himself. Got enough space. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Man, it's one thing to get a few yards and, see quarterbacks slide. This guy gets to the second level, and he's got the speed to run away from DBs, to make people look silly. It's so nice having such a dynamic weapon at your quarterback position.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Motion from the offense. They move the tight end all over. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quickly out to the tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback checking the play. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. He's going up top. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. He'll do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play. Coming up, 4th down.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. They'll put the tight end in motion. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Getting some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop, and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They want that clock to run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a 3rd down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a 1st down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. It's complete. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Snap it to the back. Got enough for the 1st. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That player is so lucky he did not put that football on the ground. What a tackle by that defender. Phenomenal individual effort getting that tackle for loss.
Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. This is a designed run. Got some room headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins.